Okay, we're live. Switch camera around. I gotta turn the TV down so I don't get a copyright. No copyrights. Can't have copyrights. Cover up the bald head shine. Jeff Rhodes. Hey, he's here. What's up, buddy? Jeff, you're always like the first one here, my man. I love it. Matt Young, how are you? Darwin Scott, Milkman. Man, look at you, 11 already. We're only 37 seconds in. Logger Corner, ISX Cummins, Randall Robinson. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming by so fast. That's pretty cool. I got my dear. We're drinking tea tonight. Hi, Josh Wallner. What's your email? Jeff Rose. That's my email. That's my email. Fox.trap, T-R-A-P, @live.com. I hope it's coming through forward for you, not backwards like it is for me. That's my email. We've had a couple contacts. We had a fella from out by Altoona get a hold of me. Mr. Mike. We talked to him this week. This is just an update about the Ohio job and where we're at, where we're going, what's going on. We have, for March, have been having some of the best weather I've ever had. And when it's dry, I love this time of year because things are starting to warm up and stuff's starting to happen. There's no weeds, no undergrowth. Everything's mashed down from the wintertime snow. And if you have the conditions, you can roll. And we proved that this week. And I say we because I could not have done it without my man Terry. The guy driving Skidder for me. He's the one that ran Skidder with me when I was healing up from a broken ankle. Jason Maycheck, what's up? He says, what's up, Hardwood? Their nickname for me is Hardwood. It looks like, Jared Beck, it looks like it is too, up until about Friday or Saturday. I think the rain's supposed to stay south of us, and we should be pretty good. Ooh, tea's good. I like tea. Real McCoy, Mike. Everybody give Mike a big warm welcome. How are you doing, buddy? I liked your, that video. Mike put this video up of I think it was like Appalachian superstitions or something like that, and about, you should never give somebody a knife, and there's one about not giving a guy a knife open. If you give it to him open, you don't ever fold it up with a pocket knife. Matt Young, I was in Calcutta. But Mike, anyways, that was a good video. I really, really enjoyed that. I really do. I'd like to get back down and see you sometime. I'm going to come down and hang out with Junior. When I do that, I'm definitely going to come over and hang out. Hopefully, I'm catch you when you guys are sawing. I'd love to off-bear some lumber with Mother. That'd be a good time. I enjoy working around a sawmill. I want to buy a band mill someday. I am running late. I'm sorry, old man Mosh. I don't like that. If someone else is doing a live feed, like Wade has his, and he's big stuff, man. I don't want to. I feel like I'd be trying to interrupt if I'm trying to do one the same time as him. So I just kind of wait until he's done. And Sunday's a good day because things are calm and I'm actually rested. I feel good. This is the first days off, let alone 2-day weekend. First days off in 37 days. Mike, I can't wait to come down and do some trout fishing. Maybe we'll do some together. I remember driving up through Asheville. When I left Asheville, driving up towards Junior's place, wherever his job he was on, I seen some of the prettiest streams I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know the names of them. I wish I could tell you. And it was that is a pretty place. It really is. I could see myself living there someday. I honestly could. Okay. Okay, I'm missing questions. Okay, Calcutta, Mike Young, did I say that? So, we had, because there's more than just me. I've been busting butt, yes, big time. With the help of the guy working with me and the truck drivers, because like I said, it's a team effort. It's just not nobody, but it's not just any one person. It's all a group. We moved 375 tons last week. And for two guys in the woods, And then I think we had 3 different truck drivers this week. There's guys out there. I mean, like Cotton Top and them, they move 100 loads a week. I can't even imagine. I don't even know. I think they get more on a truck than we do. We're allowed gross 80,000. So we try to keep our trucks around there weight-wise. And I say 375 tons. There's loads of logs on there, but average we're hauling 25 ton per truck. So the logs are graded by Doyle scale. Old Man Mosh says 86. And I know, God, up by, until frost law is going on up in Michigan and stuff, by like Chipper Guy, I think they're allowed like 160 gross. It's just stupid, the amount of wood they can put on trucks up there. It's wow. But anyways, we had an incredible week. And the reason I was pushing so hard, and I apologize I didn't get a video out, there was 2 things I was trying to get a video on, and it just did not work out. The one was the processor. I was going to strap a camera on that. But they've been plagued by some problems, parts problems, getting some parts. They need to rebuild a couple things. Okay, Cotton Top can run 87. That's cool. So they're running more than us. They're getting anywhere from 3 to 4 ton more than us legally. I mean, everyone, I don't care who you are, loading log trucks it can be a guessing game. From top of the hill to the bottom of the hill, the weight on the timber, species, I mean, it just depends on if that tree's located near a spring, how much it's drinking, the time of the year. You can load one truck and swear it's light. Like, oh, I left here light. And I was doing it on the other job. I mean, I load it and you look, ah, well, you send it. Comes back, he's like, oh, Bubba, you know, I was over by, you know, I was 86. God, you can't load me like that. All right, man, I'm sorry. And then you got another time, you just load them to the gills. You know, it's the end of the job. Oh, you're over. We run the bunk trailers. We have 3 bunk. You know what I mean? So you can put 3 stacks of short logs, or you just put 3. There's 3 stakes for the longer logs. You know what I mean? That's what we typically run. We don't run the pole trailers, but you know, loading a log truck can be a guessing game sometimes. You get pretty good at it. If you're a loader, man, you can get good at it. You know, if you're always out there, you know. But when you're moving from little job to little job, it geographically, it just changes the weights on the wood. So, but anyways, we had a section, we had a bridge, and I wanted to get a video of us pulling the bridge, and I started to, and it was starting to snow, and it was starting to, you know, things were getting greasy, and we were pushing, man. I admit, it's one of them times where it's like, I shouldn't be pushing like this, you know, you need to slow down, don't want to get hurt. So we backed off a little bit, but we got out of there just in time for it to get a little too gooey. We got the bridge pulled, got everything. There's a little bit of mud that falls in the creek. It happens. We cleaned that out, you know, got the banks open back up with the dozer, water bars in, and I'm taking some straw and stuff. We got to seed like 25 feet up each side. So I'm going to do a video on that. I will definitely. It'd be a little boring, but I mean, I want to show people what we do. And then I tried to put one on the processor, and like I said, every time I try to put the camera, I want to get Jesse running that processor because it's pretty interesting. And we just it keeps having breakdowns. It's just one thing needs revamped completely. And money's been tight with the company we're working for, and that's logging. That's what it is, and you know, we're all trying to work through it. So, yeah, that's where we're at. And the other video I was going to do, I just decided not to share it. It was some things you just don't share. So, but it looks like we should be moving out of Ohio. Cody Thornton, how are you, Cody? Perry Roberts, I missed you. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you're right, Montana. So I want to roll through this one, and then we're going to go back to the land clearing job to clean up them logs because the road bond things have all been worked out. So that's good. I got a Hostess cupcake eyeing me up over here, and I think I'm going to have to show it who's boss. But anyways, and after that one, I'm not sure where we're going. John Moore, showing people how. Yes, it is. Okay, that being said, this is a total clear cut. And let me show you what this looks like. So, this is a big block of property. And there's a road here, and this road comes off and goes out. Let me just do this real quick. All right. All right, so if you look at this, this is a, hold on here, this is kind of crummy. Okay, so if you look at this little drawing here, this is the loader, and this is all the woods we're cutting's up in here, up by like where my face is and all this. This is a main road here, state road, I believe, and this is a township road. And these are all houses along here. And this was the woods, and this little squiggly line right here is the stream. So we were coming, we have a skid road that comes down, crosses the creek, comes down, I'll get you in a minute. Gets down, Cody, I'll get you in 1 minute. Do you got more pictures? Of what, Steve? What I sent you? This is our skid road, comes down, goes across this stream, and it we bridged it, and then you've seen some of the pictures, and then we ran this ridge, you know, and I would pull the stuff up to it, and that's how we would skid it. Well, we clear cut this, wiped it out, and everybody in these houses kind of took for granted that nothing was ever going to happen over here. They dumped all their yard waste over here. Some of them were real bad, dumped garbage, and there was kids that drove nails and trees, and that's whatever. But these people were coming out of their house like eyeballs like this, you know, because in a matter of 3 days, we combed this countryside like locusts. There is nothing left, folks. I mean, we were told to cut everything you can get a piece of pulpwood or better out of. And I mean, we just mowed it. And they're not happy. I mean, you can't blame them, but at the same time, it is a landowner's right to do whatever they want to do with their land, you know, timber-wise. They want to sell it all, they can sell it all. They want to sell some, they can sell some. Now, in this landowner, and I'm going to take a page out of Stumpjumper's video, and this was a piece of property been high graded 3 times. They were left with trees. And there was a couple nice trees, but most of the nice stuff was in the areas where you could tell they weren't sure of the property lines. Now we have the, you know, there's cool apps on your phone and all this other stuff you can do. You can really get, you know, we got pretty good with the property line stuff, and we were able to get all that stuff they missed. And there were some things they just didn't cut, and we don't know why. Maybe it wasn't paying at the time, the last time it was cut. So they were left with trees, and people say, oh, we left you some trees. And most of the time, the high grading group will leave you with junk. So they said, we'll let it grow. Well, then you have big junk. So this was a prime example of that. This property needed leveled and needs to start over from scratch. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to get to that point. I think they're going to develop it. So sell off the property and develop it. But that's neither here nor there. We got Cody. Wayne Tharp, what's up? Okay, Cody Thompson asked, doing good, man. Just wondering, have you thought about looking into getting a buncher? Not saying you need one, just wondering. I have looked into it, but Steve hates it clear. I hate it because I got to cut a little bunch of pain in the butt trees that are just, you know, you're pulling 2 little pecker poles, and it's like, why are we doing this? But you know what? That's a lot of this ground. He was able to grab some of it right with the grapple skidder. But Cody, yes, I have looked into it. It's just I'm one man, dude. You know, I don't move enough wood right now. I wouldn't be able to afford it. It's just the situation I'm in. I'm moving a lot of wood as one guy right now. I found my sweet spot, I feel like. Beef and noodles. You lucky. Could have called Wayne. But anyways, yeah, that's why I haven't got a buncher. That's just, yeah, you know, maybe someday. Maybe someday. I got a lot of growing to do yet. So, but But I'm with you, Steve. Clear cuts sometimes are nice, you know, because you don't have to worry about necessarily mashing stuff up and destroying things. You can just kind of... Oh, wait, what? Sometimes you can, you know, they're paint. I don't know. They have their place. Me and Mama had Texas Roadhouse. How's Mama feeling, Steve? I hope she's doing good and better. I seen you guys was riding together today. You had Hank in the truck. That was pretty cool. Table for two. Wayne, it's so hard to cook for one or two people. That's terrible. That's the biggest gripe of living by myself. You know, you find yourself eating out a lot because when you cook something, you end up making so much that you either throw half of it away or you get so sick of it you don't want to eat it no more. So, what are you going to do? You can't make the ladies like you. And Jason Maycheck, if you're going to write a joke, don't do it. John Warren had Red Lobster. How about them Cheddar Bay biscuits? Those are good. I went out with Stump and Mammy one time, and I eat enough Cheddar Bay biscuits to turn me into a biscuit. Montana growing will make your head hurt. Yeah, Jason's got some good jokes about that, and I only find some of them mildly funny. So, I'm going to need some more tea here in a minute. Mama Billow's on here. How are you, Mama? I didn't know you had your own thing. Like, I didn't know you did. That's awesome. Everybody say hi to Mrs. Billow. The lady that stands behind the myth, the legend that is Steve. No, she stands beside. What am I saying behind? She stands beside. What's wrong with me? Someone hit me. I gotta tell anybody, I'm sure everybody knows this, but Steve and his wife, I mean, his whole family, these guys, they're great people. Alex, all of them. I had the pleasure of meeting Mama and Steve when I was out there last. And we all went out and we just had a good time. It was a blast. Kicked my butt in bowling, man. I was so nervous because I was on Waves live feed and all this. Oh, God, that was terrible. That ain't not bowling balls that fit my hands. These little holes. That wasn't fair. I want to re-challenge. I think I get a chance to do that again. Y'all come up here. We'll take you bowling. Let's go. I'm coming out soon. Pretty soon I'm just going to drop my stuff and come out. I'll stay at a hotel or something, whatever. I was going to talk to Big Mama, see if the house is free, and maybe I could just stay there. I know mulch season's coming and you guys get busier and cats covering up poo. So, and I'm busy too. It's hard. Everybody says, start your own business. I stand in front. Mama Billa says I stand in front. That's good. Oh, Wayne's stirring the pot. Pretty heavy like, I think, too. I haven't had a chance to put them lights on. So, Charlene, if you're watching from the light company, I will. I got to get a free moment. I thought about doing it today. But there was a ham shoot today down at the local sportsman's club, and I went and did that. Didn't win no ham, but that's not what it's about. You just go down and... Oh, Steve, that's great, man. That's awesome. I'm not even going to comment on that. And even back to the lights. I didn't get to them yet. I just did the ham shoot, and I said to myself Friday when we left, I said, I'm taking a 2-day weekend. I'm forcing myself to stay away in the yoga pants. Yoga pants are a great thing, by the way. Whoever invented those should be like, win some kind of award. Them and leggings. But anyways, topic for another day. There's Where was I at? Yeah, so I didn't get to the lights yet. I need 5 minutes to breathe. You know, I got the ball rolling on this piece, and it's like, you know, when you get things working, you get that mojo. You just get your pattern. You don't even want to stop. And that's why I haven't had a chance to really make any video. I mean, taking little bits of footage for this cool one I'm making. I think it's cool. Y'all might not like it. Yeah, you're right, Cody. It's hard. I mean, I get criticized every day from a lot of people, friends, some of them family, you know, why would you want to do this? You're crazy. No money in that. Sometimes it's not about the money, man. It's about being happy in what you do in life. Matter of fact, that's what it's always about. Mama yoga pants. Steve is supposed to have her 6, but you guys are rough. So, but I have to say, last week was the best week I've ever had. In my career, I was 15 loads. We could have pushed and got a couple more, but I mean, everybody needs a break. I mean, I'm not trying to push the truck drivers to their wits' end and drive them up a wall, and I'm not trying to break my equipment. We was pushing things pretty hard. You know, you get a piece of equipment, you start to know like what I'm a little harder than I should. And we were getting close to that, and I thought it's time to back off, because something that runs, I'd rather have it running than not running. I think we all would. So, we're going to have to deal with the loader pump sooner or later when things start to warm up outside. I think I'm going to switch to 68 weight oil to get me by a little bit longer. It doesn't screw up until it gets about 75 degrees outside and warmer. But I was really happy about this week, and I thought about doing a video. The rest is gravy. I like that, Mr. And, I don't know, you know, we were doing so good, I was like, I should do a video, and it was like, I don't want to jinx it, you know. I'm not a real religious person, but I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in, you know, the bad juju and all those kinds of things. I'm running 46 now, Steve. It's 46 weight. So I'm thinking about draining and going to 68, because I was told by a couple guys, and I kind of know this, all right, Mama, you take care. You have a wonderful one. We'll get down and see you. I hope you guys enjoyed the stuff I sent you there a while back. I hope Alex is starting to grow into his shirt. Steve said it looks like a nightgown. But if I get some more made, I'll get some a little smaller size done up. And I got to have somebody... I gotta have someone make me a website up so I can start getting this stuff out to y'all guys. It's not so much that I can't. I don't have time to do it. That's the biggest thing. I don't have a problem paying somebody, you know, a couple bucks to just, hey, set it up for me. Here's my pictures. Here's my stuff. Okay, my climbing video. That was over at Runyon's place. Mike O'Runyon. I almost called you to come over, but it was short notice. Really short notice. I think we pulled one over. We dropped 2, and we climbed 2. So he was happier in a... He was happier at pig and pig mud. He got himself some firewood to cut down. Didn't you hear him? I think he was on the one video. We had him as cameraman there for a little while. When I get back over to Dune, where'd he go? Dune 714, what's up, buddy? Darwin Scott, Perry Roberts, they're all saying good night. I told David Haley, I said, oh, hey man, I got one for you here. How about this? And he's like, you are nuts. That's why they call you nuts. He says, you are crazy. I don't do that much anymore, but it is fun to go back and do every once in a while. It's a rush. Oh yeah, that was the Mike O'Runyon. The onion. But When I get over your way back to the job we were at, Jason, I'll give you a call. Eventually, I'll probably be moving the end of this week, as long as we don't have any detrimental breakdowns or, you know, other hiccups of the sort. So I'm out of tea. I'm out of tea. Thank you. I used to do, John Warren, I used to do a lot. If you guys like them, if you go back through and look at some of the first videos, sorry, it's really dark in here, and I apologize for that. But if you go back and look at some of the first, if you look at some of the first videos I ever did, there was all climbing videos. So, because I was working with a fella before I got into logging full, you know, like more than full time. Before I was just looking for a home to go cut timber. I could never find the people to hook up with. I was trying to, you know, have my little runs on my own, and I would fail and kept coming back to it. But there's a bunch of them. John McCallum, I have looked at Teespring also, but I kind of want to put out the product that I like, that I think people would like the most. And this is one of, I don't know where the hell it is. This is one of the shirts. I have one on here. It's real soft, and they're really nice t-shirts. I don't want to be selling you junk. You know what I mean? I don't want to, not that Teespring's junk, but I want something that I know that I've touched and felt and thought, okay, this is good, and I'd like that going out to somebody. I'll tell you what, Jason, when it comes to climbing saws, I bought, I have a Stihl climbing saw too. It's a 192, MS 192 or something, because Husky just had a bad run. They couldn't, I mean, and people argue this. I just never, everybody I knew, ooh, that's hot as hell. Everybody I knew was not having good luck with the Huskies. So I bought me a Stihl, and I'll tell you what, I fired that saw up after it sat on the shelf for a year and a half, put a little fresh gas in it, fired up, ran like a champ. Dude, ladders and chainsaws are bad news. Bad news. Okay, Cody Thompson. That's right, man. I've been in the woods since I've been old enough to walk. I'm only 22. Logging is all my family has ever done. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. It's in my blood, I guess. That's cool. Mike just got a new 372. It's, I think I'm gonna murder that Hostess cupcake sitting over there. I don't need it, but I want it. I guess that's how life is. Wants and needs, and sometimes you just want stuff. And unlike a buncher, I can afford a cupcake, at least this week. So, but let's see, what else I have an update for you guys. Anything update? I don't know. I think I got everything. I think I got it all. For a change, the ADD didn't kick in. So excuse me if I talk with some food in my mouth. What do you mean the logs the mill don't want? I ain't found a mill that don't want logs. Especially right now. They want them all. If they don't want them, find another mill. They'll take them. There ain't no such thing as a mill that's, or a log that's too big. We have a couple scrag mills. You know, they'll tell you 8 inches on the small end is the smallest they'll take, or 22 inches on the big end is the biggest they'll take. There's always somebody out there that takes that big stuff. You just got to find a mill that can handle it. That's all. Tell you what, crotches and stuff too. A lot of the mills are really sucking up the wood right now. No crap. Are you getting to cut it by hand, Steve? Or are you cutting it with something else? I heard Wade said that you guys got some more steep ground coming up. You get some steep ground coming up, call me. I'll come down for a couple of days. Maybe we cut together. That'd be a funny, that'd be a good time. Just like a day or two or something. I can get away for a day or two. John Warren, I'm looking around for different saw again for cutting firewood, bigger bar than I got now, running a 20-inch, thinking about 28. I'll tell you what, John Warren, I run a 24. And I don't know what saw you're putting it on. 28 to me is just a bit too much. I've never found a tree I couldn't cut down with a 24. And with ease, I mean, you know, you're not really, that's not struggling. Oh, man, that's good. That is good. Yeah, I'm drinking tea. Haven't touched coffee in 3.5 years. Okay, mills around here are crying for logs, can't get enough. Jared Beck, where are you from? Shore Vapor, nuts, you have... No, I did not get a still Shore Vapor. I was talking about my climbing saw. I have a little still climbing saw from when I did a lot of tree climbing. Ah, rubber tire buncher. That'll be fun. Punxsutawney area, yeah. You guys getting to move much, Jared? We've had some pretty good weather, especially for March. Fisherman 506. Did I miss someone? Where's Mountain Man? Where are you from? Hey, Cody Thompson, good night. Tell everybody. Tell Cody Thompson good night, everybody. See him. He young logger. Am I missing something? Fisherman 506, what's up? I'll tell you what, Jared, the same thing. The only reason I took this weekend off is, I mean, sometimes you got to stop. Washington County, Arkansas, okay. And we got to cross the creek, so it can be muddy for this one. And the next one, it don't matter because all the logs are bucked out. They're sitting up on the flat. They're just going to pull them to us with a machine. It's a development property, so if it gets too muddy, they'll plow the mud off. We'll just keep going. That's why it's... And I have been working a lot for those that wonders. I mean, you got to make hay while the sun shines. I mean, you got to cut logs while you can too, is what I mean. You know, it's just a reference. But time to start with a little bit of fun playtime is coming up. Trout season's coming, and then walleye fishing's coming. So all that's starting to happen here pretty soon. And I just wouldn't be the same if I didn't get to do some of that stuff. Has the soft pull start. John McCollum says bum shoulder, 18-inch bar. That's cool. Oh, yeah, I ain't eating as many tacos though last time, buddy. No more parking lot emergencies, you know what I mean? Keep that between us. I wouldn't want my falling to think less of me. Preston Winter. I have never caught... No, I have. I caught a little gar. We have little gar in the Ohio River down here. I think got a little nose like his pen. But my little lady. Steve, what little lady? What little lady are you talking about, Steve? Because there has been a lack of little lady. Am I from Ohio? No, I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm not far from... I'm about 20 miles from Pittsburgh. No, not even 20 miles from Pittsburgh. I'm pretty close to Pittsburgh. Come on, Steve. Come back at me, man. You got my interest. Do I have somebody stalking me? Yeah, I had a woman friend that left me like 4 days before Christmas, you know. It was... You really learn... all I'll tell you is, and this is advice for anybody, and a lot of people I'm sure already know this, but when you get into the hardest spots of your life and you find yourself at your lowest, you really learn who's going to be there for you. You see people's true colors, and I did too. And it sucked at the moment, but I'm glad I learned now. Like, you guys have no idea how glad I'm learned in light of recent news, but beyond that, I won't say anything. It happens, man. So I'm back shopping again. I'm going to come see the hardware store you was telling me about, Steve. At one job, you was messaging me about the Mennonite girls at the hardware store. We're going to come out, and I'm going to go loiter out there and buy bolts and stuff. What were you doing in Pittsburgh, John Warren? Yep, nobody can handle the silence. I hope Mama's watching her show. You're going to get yourself in the penalty box. 5-minute major. Oh, man. But trying to think here. Trying to figure out another giveaway. Delivered there quite a bit. He wanted a Permanis. Yeah, Permanis is alright. The original. If you get it from Pittsburgh, the Permani sandwich is good. They have all these satellite ones like all over the place. I don't think they're near as good. That's just me. You got to go down to the place. The original's like, you walk in there and you swear you wouldn't eat out of there. But I'll tell you what, that's where it's good. Make a decent breakfast too. Strip's something else, man. It really is. It's something else. I mean, you have a gathering of a lot of different good foods, some of the best of. I mean, it's one thing about being near the city, but other than that, I could care less. I don't like city. I don't like large groups of people. Just, I'd rather be off in the woods or, you know, that's just me. My biggest pet peeve in the world is paying to park. You know, we did it when I worked in the union. A lot of our work, you go downtown and you're paying to park every day, $10, $12, sometimes more. You can have that crap. You're gonna pay me to park, and then they would have like a tax, like a city tax. When you worked inside the city, you had a different tax on your paycheck, and it poop to that. Aaron Lingenfelter. Randy Brother in Harmerville is good. Nice. Okay. Fake watches. Isn't that every logger? That's why as far from town as we can be. You know, I like living here. You know, the thing is I'm here is because my family's here. My friends are here. You know, that would be the big bummer about leaving, being so far from everyone. My brother and my nieces, my mom and dad. I mean, Jason's on here. My buddy Ross and Gwen. You've seen Gwen on here. We'll get her on here. Mushroom hunting season's coming, so she'll be on some videos pretty soon. All right, Matt Young says, if y'all get to Indianapolis, look up Man's Grill. The closest it comes to homemade food, and it's not the best looking place. I mean, I'm isolated. I travel, Mike. We used to have a Tilted Kilt, Steve, in Pittsburgh. They closed it down, and they put a Chick-fil-A there. I don't know what happened there. Right there. So, here's a little story. This is a funny story. We'll do story time here. So, we was doing trees up my buddy. I have a video of it on here. Do you remember the name of the video, Jason? I can't remember the name of the video. But anyways, we were cutting trees down. Oh, it was called A Little Fun at Camp. Go search that on my page. You'll find it. So we was cutting these trees down at my buddy's cabin. And we went up on a weekend. We stayed over at my place. We drove over to Jason's. We was hacking these trees down. They had a couple of trees, and beech tree. I think there was a white oak, things like that. And my buddy came with me. I don't know. We must have got into some bad food somewhere, and it got him a little upset in the lower regions down there, And so we're cutting these trees, and he started splitting wood and started doing them hard crunches. You swing them all. He says, "Ooh, I don't feel so good." So I guess he went inside and just tore it up. And was that Pennsylvania Pan that ended up coming across that? Jason, I can't remember, but I laughed so hard. He called me. He's like, "Man, what'd he do?" He says, "What's wrong with that boy?" Everything, I guess. I don't know. But that was one of them ones you had to be there. Tilted Killed is awesome. Used to work for a rental company out of Fisher, and we always got the event power and AC heat. It was a good place to go. Morels are good. Do you go to the Gordon Foods? The one out off of 576 John Warren? I cut a lot of timber right out by it. It's a huge building. I mean, it's huge. Cincinnati Skyline Chili. No, I have not. I have not. I honestly couldn't give you the actual prices, Derek Vickers. He's asking how much white oak is. I just know it's doing very well right now. I just got off the phone with a guy that buys white oak, and he says they're hungry for logs right now. So I'm meeting with him, I think tomorrow he's supposed to come by. What did I put on my bucket list? Okay. Yeah, I'll put that on the bucket list, Preston. So I'm sorry I can't give you, Derek, price on it. I think depending on the quality, I think stave logs and stuff range between like $1.50 and $2 a foot. I don't know what veneer's going for. That's just a guess. I could be wrong. That stuff, it changes daily sometimes. Like same here, Steve. Like the cherry's all right. Red oak is just, it's in the crapper, man. It's not doing good at all. So, and red oak is, it's blanketed. That's your red, your black, your Shumard, your pin, blah, 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 blah. There's a couple of them, but they all classify in under the red oak. I just don't want it right now. Does anybody on here know if they're shipping it back overseas? The exporters are back at it yet? I don't know. Scarlet oak, that's it. You're exactly right, Steve. A scarlet oak is what got me. That's what got my ankle. That rotten son of a bitch. That's what got my ankle. We're coming up on the anniversary of that here. I don't remember the exact day, but it's not far from now. So let that resonate in my head. Remember. That's a bummer. They need to get exporting again, buddy. We need to get exporting. Oh, absolutely, Josh. They shut them guys. A lot of them guys, they weren't accepting logs anymore. We went from last summer, red oak was moving so good. It was moving. It was paying good. We were just jamming it out, and it was good because we had that job. But now it's in the turd bowl. It's definitely a turd in a punch bowl. Gordon Foods is always my last stop of the day. I think everybody got hit by that, Josh Wellner. That was a bummer, man. It just sucks. It had to be done, I guess. But the big wood job, no, it's supposedly coming. I keep getting told it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It's high profile, Steve. I mean, it's in an area where people don't like loggers. They don't like anything but what they have. You know, one of them areas where it's okay to cut the trees down for their house, but when you come to do the next one, they don't like you. So I'm sure I'll be hitting golf balls. I'll have golf balls getting hit at me again. I'll get all kinds of mean signs and MF'd by ladies and neighbors, and all you can do is laugh. It's supposed to come. If it happens and you guys get rained out, I'll keep in touch with you. You want to come up for a day or two and work, I'll put you up at the house here, and we'll pay you to work. So make it worth your while to come out this way too, because it'll be nice, because I'll be moving such big wood so fast that it'd be nice to have someone cutting a little bit, and I can just run a loader for a little bit. So, but it's some nice stuff that needs to get on the ground in one piece. Yeah, it would be a good time. I'm trying to coordinate something with MSL too. He's just like the rest of us, though. You know, you're busy. It's hard to get away. I don't know where we're going next. Just that clearing job. I got to talk to the fella, but he's been real busy. I haven't had a chance to pin him down. I ain't wiping nobody's butt. They can wipe their butt. Oh, yeah, they can wipe their butt with plastic. Turner Logging. I will, Josh McCollum. I will check that out. Mountain Man Logging, you leaving, buddy? You know what, Wayne? I seen something about that. I think Wade posted something about that. Mountain Man, good night, buddy. Is that really what happened? I mean, is that how that was, or was there a miscommunication? I have a funny feeling that there's something fishy going on there, because for someone to go into a state park and level 20 acres when you're only supposed to do one takes balls, man. I mean, balls. So I'm guessing there was some kind of miscommunication, or someone was getting greased and they didn't get the money they liked, so they outed it, or there's something fishy going on there. I'd find that hard to believe. Ask Wade about that. I think it's on his Facebook page or something, Steve. It's crazy. Hey, Mike Wagner, how are you? That's the fellow I spoke to on the phone the other day. We're going to have to shut her down here pretty soon, because I got to get up early. I had something I wanted to say, and I don't remember what the heck it is. I have... Oh yeah, I'm getting taxed on my stormwater now. Roundtree Exports pays $3.50 to $6 for veneer white oak. Holy moly! Night, Mike. Everybody say goodnight to Peachy. See you, buddy. Something, like I said, Steve, something happened there. There was Mark Mortensen. How are you doing, buddy? He's been on the channel for a long time. He's a good egg. I appreciate all your support. Ooh, turn that back to where she needs to be. Steve, as for the lady friend thing, you get a hold of me this week. I'll tell you about that funny story. Funny. You'll laugh your ass off. I know I did. And maybe Wayne, it could have been either way. You know, maybe the public was misinformed too. I am done about done in Ohio. I'll finish up this week, as long as there's no hiccups. You know, I could say that something could break tomorrow, and you know how that goes. Mike Zalager from Central Pennsylvania. Wouldn't want to give too much info, but out around Central PA. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna shut it down. It's time for bed. I'm sorry I didn't get you a better video this week. Like I said, every time I tried to do something, it did not work out. Derek Vickers, where am I from? I'm from Western Pennsylvania. I am west of Pittsburgh. I can be in West Virginia and Ohio less than 20 minutes each. I'm like on, not in a corner, but like straight west of Pittsburgh. Cool, Steve, cool. You guys been getting hit with a lot of rain, I think, huh? You raining there now? Wayne Tharp, you have a good one. Derek Vickers is from Kentucky. The guy I'm working with is from Kentucky, Mr. Vickers. I don't know exactly where from. You guys all done? Hey, did you get out of that little, I don't want to let any cats out of the bag, but did you get out of that little predicament you were in, Steve? Chipmunks are out of hibernation. Oh, Wayne. But all right, everybody. Okay, good, Steve. Give me a call. I'll talk to you about that. Hit me one evening or something when you get a free chance, or maybe first thing early in the morning is a good time. But if I'll catch you if I miss your call. I'm going to tell you that story. God, I just, funny. But y'all take care. I appreciate you. I'll do my best to get a video or two out this